All right, welcome back to Day Traders. It is a beautiful and sunny day today here in PA, and I hope you're out there enjoying this beautiful afternoon and what we call life. And if you haven't, take a second, take a minute, be thankful, be grateful. And that being said, traders, let's get into today's trade recap. And off the morning, it was setting up on our 5 minute or 1 minute for that short. I did not take it. We were early. Um, I was gonna try to get it, but once it just started going, it was gone, and I wasn't gonna short this early in the morning down in here. I did short and get caught off a key level, and I will get into that per mat. Essentially, these key levels are where volume's going to come in. You don't know which side of the trade that volume's going to go. More often than not, because the market does like to go up, you will bounce off that level. That being said, the last 2 weeks that I've tried to do this, my indicators have shown to the downside. I went long and got burned. Today I had confluence on 4 to 5 time frames to the downside. We rejected this key level of 30,500. We didn't even get to it twice here. We reject it here once, get through, reject hard again. Now, you look back to the previous session, we rejected twice in this area, once here, although we did break above. And yes, you can argue you can go long off this level as well, but it's also been resistance in the past. So I had confluence among the 1 minute, the 5 minute, the 10 minute, and our 15 minute chart. And you see, we're expanding into purple on the 1 minute. Everything else was aligning. Flo was getting ready to take this short. He wanted to see it push through first, which is probably what I should have done. But I've seen this get away. And again, rather than chase at times, it's better to let it get away from you. But I'm thinking, again, momentum, rejection through a key level. Once not getting there, twice not getting there, third time, reject, strong bounce back, get through, reject hard with momentum. I took these short into this POC thinking downside, okay? I was a little bit green and then I just got caught up. And what I realized is what I need to do going forward on trades where I'm going to go short or long on these key levels, just have a tighter stop because there can be so much momentum off that level, as we said. That's just telling you where the volume's going to come in, where people hedge on their options levels. Again, the last 2 times I did this, I went long and it burned me because of the pressure that day. Again, I did not let that get to me in terms of that, but because I had the confluence on the 1, on the 5, on the 10, and we go back here to the 5 minute, like we're deep into purple, like we're getting into red expansion. So hindsight, I would take this trade again. It's just the probability side went against me, and I had that confirmation on the majority of time frames. Again, you can argue key level, just go long, but I've done that twice. And if my indicators are telling me to the downside and I don't follow it, why am I following the system? So, you know, I was a little upset. What I realized though is I had too big of a stop because, again, I'm also thinking, let me add in here, okay? We reject off this level multiple times. Let me add before I let's give it more room on a stop. Let's add because this is still bearish. Once we get above here, yeah, okay. And then I did go long, but I immediately exited that trade because I'm like, you know what? You're not thinking straight. You just had a loss. We're going to walk away, take a break, exit. I did that, came back, and then I'm like, I bought here. Flow took a pop, and I'm like, you know what, John? You're at previous highs of the day. This is not a good trade in terms of RR. Is this a systematic trade? Or are you trying to get things back? So I cut it. I took break even on this. You see, boom, boom. So then I just waited for a better setup. I had Confluence on this short, nothing crazy, but just given how the day is, we're bullish. I took a short right into this pop on the SMA 20, took it right down into the 50 on the 1 minute for a nice 25-point scalp, and then let this grind up. You could argue should have gone long here, and I had thought about that. A double bottom. We're bullish on the day. We defended this earlier, but wasn't exactly confident in it, so let that go. And then I'm looking at key level. We're tuckering out. I'm like, all right, let's take a short as we get into teal. It's not always the best idea shorting the high of day, but we don't have a lot of momentum, volumes tuckering out. Let me go for something. I didn't like the tape, just took 5 points, got out. Same thing here. We're not getting above the New York high multiple times. Will we break down? We do not. I don't like it. And I cut it. Again, same thing here. We're not getting above. We're not getting above. And then what I was doing in here was I was waiting for either a short here. What I wanted was a short at the New York high or a push below this key level of 30,700, retest, and push down. That's what we got. I didn't like it here. I cut it. We're into teal on the 1 minute, but the 5 minute, the 10 minute, our larger time frames were more bearish. And what was a little bit hesitant for me here was we're not getting that push into red, the expansion that I wanted. I was only going to target this SMA 50 here in the 5 minute. So I ran two actual contracts the entire time all the way up. I only ran one here and took 10 points. And I'm just like, you know what? We're going to run this test. I could have, gone on the paper trade, but it's easier for me to let that fly. Let's keep some skin in the game. Let's scale down even one. And then I'm like, you know what? We're bullish. We're not pushing on red on the TTN that I want. Just cut it, because I was going to take it down here into this 50, and I took it to about here where we kind of based a little bit, and which was resistance earlier in the day, given these bullish days. So I'm only down like $130 on the day. I was down like close to 400, and I was going to be done after that first trade. Because that's my loss limit now. Hard cap 400 for the day. It was like 350. So a lot of good feedback today in terms of my system. All of my indicators for the most part were saying downside, downside, downside. I take it again, and then I traded very systematically, very disciplined in here. And what I've realized today is I leave too much room on these moves in here. I had like an 80-point stop. Typically, I run 40. When you're at a key level of high volume and it's going to be volatile, I need to do what Flow does and keep my stop extremely tight, which is what I did here. And I wasn't going to let it get against me. And you see here, which is why I was only taking into this on these bullish days into this 5 minutes. So, again, debatable on this trade. Most of the time frames, I had Confluence. We had rejection from key levels multiple times. It happens. We traded very systematic the rest of the day. And for only being down $130 on the day after revenge trading 2 days ago. Yesterday, I took about $100 on the plus side. I didn't trade much after like 10 a.m. and after the big loss the day prior. I just had to think about some things and, get back to the system a little bit in terms of rules and really go over, and what it really is. And AI pointed out to me, it's simply just if John cuts out the undisciplined, the revenge trading 1 to 2 times a month, he's green. That's simply what it is. So that's all I have to do going forward, and then continue to just follow the system. And when you're going to take these volatile trades by key levels, have a tighter stop. Don't leave yourself that much room. But again, volatility. It's happened before. So, hey, you learn, you grow each and every day. You get better. Ultimately, happy how we ended the day despite being down. Very controlled, very mitigated risk properly in. I'll be back for Asia tonight as markets have a half day tomorrow for Juneteenth, I believe. So, we'll be back a couple hours today. Take a break. Appreciate you all for tuning in. Stay up, stay blessed, stay positive. Make it happen.